What's going on, Yellow Fans? It's your boy YGD, and you already know what it is. I don't even have to go to any further explanation. But for those of y'all that don't know, this is YG Dimension. And in this channel, all we do is just air out my thoughts and crazy visions to the entire world. And the world is you guys, the audience. And I was just so excited to share y'all some thoughts I had today. And it's kind of interesting because it's something I really hold dear to my heart, you feel me? Even though it's like I really shouldn't be caring about it as much. I feel like the reason why I care about it so much because I feel like this topic I'm about to talk with y'all is something I hold with so much pride because I feel like this topic I am about to discuss with y'all is a part of my identity, which is I feel like is very necessary to discuss. And this topic is just about being Filipino. There's so much things that you can like talk about being Filipino, and I definitely agree, but there's one specific aspect I want to touch because I was watching the halftime show like last week. I'm not gonna lie, bro, that shit was, I don't listen to Bad Bunny like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I don't listen to reggaeton like that. I listen to like them old school reggaeton tunes, like the Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, like them type of things them there. But like in terms of like modern like reggaeton, I don't listen. I'm gonna be dead ass with y'all. I don't listen to that much. Cause if you don't know me that well, like let's be real, like shit, I don't even listen to fucking any music in general. The only music you won't catch me listening to is fucking dancehall and soca. When you see people like whining their fucking waist like this, bubbling the wine, I can't behave this. Stop playing. Anyways, I'm getting a bit too off topic now, but getting back to the halftime show, I was really inspired by it, right? Because you see a guy like Bad Bunny putting his country and culture on the map. And it's like to see his passion. And if you like, especially like understand Spanish, or even if you don't understand Spanish, you translate the lyrics from Spanish to English. And if you listen carefully to what he's saying, damn, that shit really hit deep to the heart. And, like, I can feel that emotion and energy because at that point, what he was showing to us and like the entire world was more than just like an emotion or some energy or some vibe. It's like a cry not just for himself but for his people. Because if you don't know what be going on in Puerto Rico, it be some fuck shit that be going on down there. And as a person that be like, on and off from the States and the Caribbean, I could totally relate to that because every time I go to Cayman, I see the same exact shit, you feel me? So I can totally relate to what he's saying, you feel me? And not just in terms of the upper class pushing them out, but the neglect from the federal government, the loss of culture due to Americanization. I like relate to that 100%. And this highlights more, especially when Ricky Martin was like singing that song. And like I'm not gonna sing for y'all, but like yo, first off, my boy sound like he a gospel singer. He like that man, like damn bro, like I don't remember Ricky Martin singing like that because not even if you're Hispanic, like if you just like from them cultural families, Ricky Martin be on that rotation. And let me tell you, when my mom be playing Ricky Martin as a child, hearing his voice now, and how he look like too, you really sure that him? Like, let's put a side-by-side comparison. Y'all really think he looked the same? Cause I don't think so. Like, you feel me? But jokes aside, like, it's just crazy. Because, like, the lyrics that he's saying, and I don't remember it word for word, but the part where he was just like what he was saying in the song at least was like, I like how I perceive it. I don't want to lose our culture because of what's happening, but most importantly, this is the one that got me the most. I don't want us to end up like Hawaii. And I was like, damn, because you know what that immediately made me think about? our people. And when I say our people, I'm referring to the Filipino people. As a child of an immigrant, two immigrants in fact, coming from the Philippines, I could relate to that a lot. I just had to take a break for a second, but like now that I have like I was like scrolling the TikTok just to like listen to the song again. It's just like I'm gonna say it again. They want to take my river and my beach too. They want my neighborhood and my grandmother to leave. Don't let go of the flag. Don't forget Lelulai. Cause I don't want them to do what happened to Hawaii. And it's just like going back to what I was saying, it just made me feel so hurt about our people too, in regards to the current situation in the Philippines and the history behind it. It's like though it is completely different in terms of the history of the Philippines and the history of Puerto Rico, it is completely similar. I mean, first off, we've been colonized by American governments, you know? And number two, our culture was programmed in a way to appeal more towards the American culture. And because of that, was just like a further loss or a further taking away of the soul of the Filipino or the Boricua, you feel me? If that makes sense. And I could totally relate to that because it's like we've already been colonized from the Americans for like a 50 about so years. And prior to that, how long have we been colonized by the Spanish? Like 300 years, right? 300 years? So imagine that just for a long ass time. You know, our culture, our language, our values. Though we managed to keep it intact, a lot was not just taken away from us, but the ones that even managed to stay here right now was reprogrammed to be in a reprogrammed it to appeal to the higher mass. And what I mean by the higher, pardon me, not the higher mass, but the higher ups. You feel me? And it just sucks, man. It just completely sucks. Looking back in the history of the Philippines, it just hurts, man. There's nothing fucking positive that came out from it. Don't want to like sound like a pessimist and put our people down, but our whole history, like I'll say like 70 to 80% of it is just fucking negative, bro. There's no good fucking outcome from it. Because as much as we triumph, we get set back. We really do get set back. It just sucks, bro. It fucking sucks. What our leaders wanted back in the revolution, from Andres Bonifacio to Jose Rizal to General Luna himself, what they wanted was a Philippines that is free, a Philippines that is equal, but most importantly, a Philippines where people can live together side by side in harmony without having to worry about another power trying to take control of us. And what happened? The Americans came in and made this shit fucking worse. And look what's happening in the fucking Philippines right now. Corruption is rampant, because of the brainwashing of our culture and the reprogramming of our culture. It's like we're losing our identity too, and just overall, I just feel like we just been set back as a people. And because people have been set back so far, what does that want people to do? It makes people want to leave. But I think with people moving, it also shows the resilience of us as Pinoys. The resilience and the pride of being Pinoy. Because no matter where you go, we never forgot where our home was. And on a positive note, because there is a positive, even though I was being pessimistic earlier, there is a positive to this. Because no matter where you go, people still manage to keep their culture intact through the values, through the culture, especially through the values. It will make us keep our identity so much. However, regardless if you're moving to another country, you are still going to adapt to that country's culture. And because of that, my friends, it's like it just makes the situation even worse. And I am a perfect example of it. I'm so fortunate enough, man. Despite my upbringing, I was learned not just so much about our culture, but our values. And that's why I would consider myself Filipino, because the value set that I hold in my heart is Filipino. You know, for example, the man up boss. You know, damn, I said that shit so coño, bro. I said man up boss. Holy shit, bro. I'm fucking cooked. Like for example, like the man up boss, or like the value of kapwa, or like the value of sambayanihan. You know, like simple shit like that. You feel me? It's like these were the value sets that my parents taught onto me, because that was the environment they were raised in. And that really shows the beauty of the Filipino culture, because when you show that to other people, it's like, damn, I've never heard of, like, for example, like I said earlier, the man about the bless. I've never heard of a bless. Oh, I didn't know that when you're speaking in your language, even in English, you have to add a po to show respect to your elders or people with a role of respect. It just shows that our culture is so unique, but unfortunately, due to the just horrible things that have been coming through our people, we were forced to let go of everything. Not because we had wanted to, but because of force. And because of force, that force had damaged our country, and because of that damage, because of what that damage had done to our country, it made us people want to leave. And when you leave your country, unfortunately, you're going to lose your culture as much as you hold on to it. And it just fucking sucks, bro. And it just make me sad too, cause think about, like, even though my parents like taught me like the fucking culture and the value set, I don't know my language. And I feel, and it sucks because, yeah, sure, like my other, like, people that watch this video or people that know me is like, wait, hold up, YGD, like, you speak Tagalog though, like, and like, yeah, I guess you could say I could speak Tagalog, but it's not perfect, bro. It's like a fucking like a some random fucking Mexican dude that says I speak Spanish, but then he only knows like the basic phrases. That's pretty much me, man. Yeah, sure, I know like some basic phrases and some intermediate phrases, and I can understand the language to an extent. But it's like I just, at the end of the day, I don't speak the language. But you know what hurt most? Like what hurts more is I don't even speak my mother's language, because my mother's from Pampanga and they speak their own language called Kapampangan. I can't even speak that shit. Shit, I don't even think I'm saying Kapampangan right. And it just sucks, bro, because it just shows how detached we are from the culture, bro. And when I hear Bad Bunny shit, it just makes me feel so sad, because, like, why does it have to happen to people like us? Losing our culture, losing our identity, being pushed out. Why does it have to happen to the people that always have to suffer the most? Why does it have to be the people that have done nothing wrong in history? You feel me? Why us? Like, for example, music. When people think about Filipino music, people think Filipinos to be one of the best vocalists, not just within Southeast Asia or Asia, but the world. And it's like, with that much talent, you think that our music will be fucking elite. Don't get me wrong, we have some amazing songs that have came out from our beautiful islands, but let's be real for a second. The industry is cooked, because either they want to be like they want to be like America, or they want to be like Korea. There's no in between, bro. There's no in between. Like, our culture is just programmed to be so fucking brainwashed, and I see it in some of our people too, bro. Unfortunately, though, we have kept our culture intact. We fell for the trap, guys. We fell for the fucking trap. We fell for the fucking trap. When the colonializers came in, when Spain and the United States came in to colonize our country, they programmed our culture in a sense where it's like we have to obey the massa. And when we obey the massa, we can do anything. And through that manipulation, they could get profit from us. Why do you think so many Filipinos are in here? Not just because, they want to take advantage of what's going on in the Philippines, but they also want some of the Filipinos to themselves here. Though it isn't direct, it is indirect through what, not just the colonial powers, but other powers that were involved in these matters. to profit from the Filipinos within the Philippines. And since they saw how talented we as a people and resilient of a people we are, they start exporting us to all these countries for better opportunities because of the state of our where our country lies, because the people programmed us to make it shit. And you see in the music, for example, where they want to be so much like America, so much like Korea, where you see in sports, for example, basketball, right? Why is it our offense is ran through a fucking ISO offense? Like, who the fuck you think y'all is, bro? The fucking NBA? You really think we're not the tallest people in the world, so you think by running an ISO offense, that shit gonna take us places? Hell the fuck nah, my bro. Hell the fuck nah. And we saw that shit in the World Cup when Chuck Reyes fucking dumbass tried to implement that fucking shit. Like, this shit ain't the fucking 1990s, my G. This is fucking 2024 at that time. Like, wake the fuck up, bruh. Wake the fuck up. It reflects on sport. It reflects on music. It reflects on even the values too. For example, this Bahala mentality, that is so toxic, bro. Why do we hold these toxicities to us as a people? And it all goes back to that halftime performance. It's like, it just made me think so much about our people, man. Like, it's just so sad with where our people had ended up to be. You feel me? Not just within the diaspora, but also within the Philippines, because our people are still suffering from the same shit our parents and our grandparents was complaining about. Not even our grandparents, but the generations before that too were complaining about it. It's still corrupt. Not just within the government, but within the mind and the heart. And it just sucks. It just sucks. We need to, like, and this is why I call on to all Filipinos within the diaspora or within the Philippines. Wake up. Please take pride in your culture. And the only way you could take pride in your culture is if you learn your history. Please learn your history. Because these are the same mistakes we keep repeating. But if we can come to acceptance with the curses that has set upon us, that's when we could start reversing these curses. That's when we can start fixing our history and start pushing our nation into a better direction. And I believe in us because we are starting to wake up. But we could definitely do more. And I feel like as an influencer who also has a huge Filipino following, not just within the Philippines, but just the entire world in general, and in the Caribbean too, because I also spend time there too, it's important that we must come together as a collective, as Filipinos, to take pride and learn your roots, because that's the way how we can kill evil, and that's the way we can respond to when Bad Bunny says, when they try to push us away and when they try to take our culture, that we may not end up like Hawaii. And it's no offense to Hawaii either, because it's the same shit that's happening in Hawaii and the world in general. We need to wake up and we need to take pride in our identity. And our identity lies in our culture and our roots. And you see these higher powers try to take our culture away from us. And especially with what's been going around in the world, with the files, with ICE, or if you're outside of the United States, like these wars happening, these dictatorships, they try to take everything away from us, but that identity still lies. Hold on to it, take pride, and show to everyone who you are. Because going back to what I'm saying, it sucks that as a Filipino, I don't know how to speak my language. I don't know certain cultural values. Even though I taught myself a lot about who we are as a people, there's still some things, even with other Filipinos too, back in the Philippines, they don't know about too, and it just sucks. We need to do more. You feel me? Because that's when we could start reversing it, and it all starts with the culture. Like, I want us more to like take pride in like the pre-colonial music, the pre-colonial values that we had set for ourselves. I want us to take pride in just, man, I'm getting tired, but like pretty much just take pride in everything, man. I just don't want our people to suffer no more. And I just like think about this every day. Like, what can I do and what can we do as a people to help fix that? You feel me? But it just all starts in here and here, the mind and the heart. Because if you connect them two and look in your past and learn from it, that's when the mind and the heart can start to move on forward with a conscious mind with what happened to us as a people back then. But yeah, that's it for the video. My bad if I yapped. Keep in mind, I recorded this video at like 1 a.m. So most of the thoughts I have in right now don't click, but I hope that with what I said right now it makes sense to y'all. But yeah, that's it for the video, man. I hope y'all enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. And I'll see you on another time, man. Sorry for the low energy. Again, it's late night when I made this video, but I will see y'all next time, alright? And remember, folks, take pride in your roots. This is YGD. I'm out.